Well, good morning, everybody. Coming up on H-Town Live, a tough loss for the Texans. A last-second TD sinks Houston on Monday Night Football. We've got the highs and lows. H-Town Sports Talks. Kim Davis is chatting it up with me. And this will put some pep back into your step we needed after last night. A father and son duo creating trendy children's music. Move over, Gracie's Corner. They'll be discussing their latest single and upcoming album. And let the celebrations begin. Our friends at the Dessert Gallery, guess what? They're turning 30, y'all, and they have some sweet treats up their sleeve to celebrate. They'll be joining us with some treats and goodies. H-Town Live starts now.
Live from Houston with Maggie Flecknoe, your destination for hometown business, local cuisine, culture, and community. This is H-Town Live.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, September 16th. I'm Maggie Flecknoe, and this is H-Town Live. We have got good news and bad news this morning. So what do you say? Let's just rip off the Band-Aid for all of the Texans fans this morning. This one, it really hurts the team. Did y'all watch the Texans home opener? It was a heartbreaker, to say the least, for the Texans during Monday Night Football. They lost by 1 point. 1 point, y'all. 20-19 to the Tampa Bay Bucks after giving up a game-winning TD with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Win the game. That's what the game comes down to. We had multiple opportunities to win that game, and we didn't make the plays we needed to make.
That was Coach Ryan's. Now, Houston had taken the lead late on a Nick Chubb TD run, but Baker Mayfield, he led an 80-yard drive to steal it for Tampa. C.J. Stroud says they need to keep working on the plays.
At the end of the day, it's about winning games, and those plays that are in between, you know, those are the games. I mean, those are the plays that you end up winning or losing on. So, in my opinion, I think that's, you know, what we got to get better at, is just making more plays and sustaining drives.
So the Texans are now 0-2 to start the season. Next up, they go to the Jags this Sunday. So let's talk the highs and lows of last night's game with our one and only H-Town Sports Talk Show host, Kim Davis. Thanks for waking up with us.
Absolutely. Good morning.
It probably wasn't the best start to our morning, for sure. You were there at the game.
Yes.
There were some highs, so let's start with that.
So the highs were, although we end with the defense giving up an 80-yard drive, they really, for much of the game, were able to contain Baker Mayfield. I say contain him, that's not true. They were able to control the score, right? The Bucs scored early, and then they didn't score again until that winning drive in the second half. So that's kind of a high.
Right.
The offense started the game with a great march down the field.
That was exciting.
A catch, you know, like this magical catch by Nico Collins in the end zone when he dragged his toes in. That was a high.
Right. And
then there were some lows in the middle. And the special teams did some amazing things. There was a 53-yard run back by the rookie Jalen Noel in the fourth quarter, which put him in position for Nick Chubb to end up, you know, getting that touchdown. So they did have some moments, but you've got to play the entire fourth quarter, and you can't let the other team hang around.
So what were the lows, especially, like, let's start with defense, because there were some lows, especially, of course, at the end.
Right. So I'm going to go to the last play, the drive, the 80-yard drive that we talked about, where the Bucs scored with 6 seconds left. Nobody on defense will say this, but I'm going to say it. They were gassed. I mean, they had been on the field a lot, and on that last drive, I think they gave all they had.
Right.
I did not hear one person say that, but I'm watching them going, man, they're gassed, you know. So that was, I think, a challenge. And also missing tackles, you know. And then there were penalties this week on defense. There were 6 penalties, 5 on defense. 4 of those penalties resulted in first downs for the Bucs. You can't do those things and win ball games.
Right. Now, what about CJ? He played well, but he was kind of off, I felt. I've been reading up about him.
CJ played well. I think there are a couple of throws he'd like back. I think people are probably particularly talking about the ones where he was trying to hit Nico once in the end zone, and maybe the other one was Watson. And so those throws, he'd probably like to have those back. So I think that there's enough criticism in all parts of the game, except I would say special teams to go around. I mean, the defense would definitely like to tackle better and get off the field on third down. The offense is definitely got to figure out how to score.
Right.
I mean, you're going to have to score if you want to get to a double-digit win season.
Okay, so now we're 0-2.
Yes.
Not always the start, but like the Giants, they've come back and won a Super Bowl after
Right.
that. So it's not, you know.
And remember, this Texans team was 0-2 in CJ's rookie season.
That's true.
And they ended up winning the division, getting to the playoffs. Now, you don't want to start 0-2,
Right.
but those games are gone, right? So this week is really big because it's in the conference. It's an AFC game, and it's in the division.
Right.
So they need to beat this game this week and next week, but we're just going to start with the Jaguars.
So what do we need to do? Especially, it's a quick turnaround.
It's a quick turnaround. It's the NFL, right? You know, they're used to it, and there's just no room for excuses. What they have to do is tweak some things. And I would say this offensively, without being too football-y, techie talking, some different route running, I think, from Nick Caley. I'm still looking to see.
Okay.
I think you've got the pieces. I think you just got to put those pieces in the right place. And this is CJ's second offensive coordinator in 3 seasons. Right?
Oh, when you put it that way.
You know, but he's a professional, like he said last night, and they've got to get it done. I think that they can, but this is going to be a crucial week for them to see how they respond and fix some of the things that they can control. The penalties, right? Getting off the field. And what can this offense do? Although I think it will continue to get better, it's got to get better a little more quickly.
How are you feeling about the Jags?
You know, I think on any given Sunday, right? And then you're going into Jacksonville. So the Jags have some things to look at, and they have some weapons. But I think that this Texans team, if it does the things that we think that they're capable of, like last night, that defense was a very good defense. It didn't look like the elite defense that I believe they are.
Right.
That elite defense, I think it's a win.
I always love it. You break it down, and I like what you said. They need to focus on what they can control.
Right.
I think that that's key.
That's all you can do, right? They go in, they face the Heisman Trophy winner and Travis Hunter. People are going to be excited to see how the Jags continue to use him. But what the Texans need to do is they've got to eliminate the penalties. And one of the things that D'Amico said last night was it's about technique. You know, it's about being in the right place. Your hands should be low, not high. It's little things like that that turn into penalties, that turn into first downs, that make it difficult for them to get off the field and to score points.
Well, this is why you're the MVP around here.
Oh, wow.
For Talking
Listen to
Sports.
you. It's just because I got
You have
up.
a new show
Yes.
here. So
Yes.
tell everybody how we can catch you. You and Brad Gilmore.
And Brad
I'm really
Gilmore
excited.
on Friday nights at 10 o'clock right here on the CW, and it's called H-Town Sports Talk. We are excited about it. We're having conversations, and we hope that you join us. And let us hear from you. We'll figure that out how you can do it, but we'd like to know what you'd like to know. So it's fun.
And then you also have Chalk Talk.
I still have Chalk Talk, where I am talking all things sports, including Astros, which I'll be at later tonight, because it's that time of year. And in a couple weeks, we'll be throwing the Rockets into the mix. So it's a lot going on.
Girl, you are busy, but thank you for always making time for me.
Absolutely.
I
Thank you
always
for
love
having
you,
me.
and I think we have a date next Monday.
I think we have a date.
All right. Don't ditch me. Don't stand me up.
Just don't be a cheap date, right?
No.
Okay.
I'll even buy you dinner.
Coffee's good.
Okay, coffee.
Okay.
If you want cream, let me know.
Okay.
Or a latte. In the meantime, coming up on H-Town Live, a Memphis father and son rap duo bringing an irresistible twist to children's music. They'll tell us more about their latest single and upcoming album. That's after the break. Well, welcome back, everybody. As you know, we are a big, happy, dysfunctional family, I like to say, here at CW39. And we just welcomed another member into our family. Please help me welcome CW39's newest reporter, Daryl Matthews. Thank you for waking up with us.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
I am so excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here. It's been a lot as far as like the move, because I came
Right.
from Orlando
Right.
here. I literally drove and then got on the ground and started running. So
But at least you're used to humidity.
yes.
Yeah.
It's not hot to me. It's comfortable.
Right.
So I'm fine with it.
How do you like Houston so far?
It's a lot of food.
Right.
A lot of places to eat, so I got to take it one day at a time, literally. But other than that, I'm loving it so far.
So where are you from originally?
Philadelphia.
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 Are you an Eagles fan too?
I'm not a sports fan.
That's fine.
Per se.
It's okay, honey.
But I do like the Eagles when they win.
Oh, you're like my dad.
So if
he
they
only likes
lose-
winners. You also, though, you and I both love to bake.
Yes.
But you like fondant. Like your cakes are like really extreme.
They're good. I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, I saw
Good, though. They're good, though. I like to use baking as my mental release from, like, the daily stress.
Yes.
So besides the gym, I bake cookies. So all my cookies are inspired by soul food desserts, like banana pudding, peach cobbler, red velvet.
Peach cobbler cookies?
So each one that I named has the actual pie or the custard or the pudding inside of the cookie.
Oh my
So you
gosh.
break it apart and it just oozes out.
See, and you're like me. I don't then eat what I bake.
No, I don't eat them.
Me,
I eat them.
because I'm over it. When I bake
Yeah.
it, I like giving it to other people.
I'm just so tired of the baking portion.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, here you go. And I'll just watch you eat it.
Yeah.
Just to see the reaction on your face. And like,
Well,
oh,
clearly you don't eat it because you're very buff too. You spend a lot of time in the gym.
Every day, I try to go to the gym.
Okay.
Which is bad because there's so much food around here. I try not to eat out, so I meal prep.
Oh.
So that's the good thing about.
That's good
All
though.
of it.
That's really good.
a lot of discipline.
What else do you love to do?
I like podcasts.
Me too.
I watch a lot of podcasts. I'm not really into music, so inside of the.
What's your
car-
favorite podcast?
Right now, it is Diary of a CIO.
Oh, I have.
CEO, excuse me. Diary of a CEO.
I love Armchair Expert. Have you listened to that?
I haven't, but I
That
need
show.
to.
We need to. We need to talk. I have a feeling you and I are going to have like a lot of fun together. And your sun sign, tell me.
Taurus,
Taurus, and I'm an Aries. So when's your birthday?
May 8th.
I'm April 17th.
Look
so
at
we're
that.
a little,
Yep, we're right
but
there.
we're not gonna butt heads.
Nope,
we're
nope,
just
we'll be best
stubborn.
friends.
We are.
Best friends.
Already best friends. I'm so excited to have you. We'll bake together and
you so
listen to a
much.
podcast.
Absolutely.
Now, you did a really cool story yesterday. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so I met a little 4-year-old guy named Avery who is well beyond his age when it comes to like learning a lot. He taught me stuff that I didn't even know, and at that age, what he's learned and he's now teaching other kids, we weren't even capable of doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And he's
He
doing
raps.
cool stuff, right? With
yes,
his dad.
he's rapping with his dad. And take a look at this. They're called Tyrone Avery.
Oh my gosh.
Hey y'all, my name Avery, and you can even look at my album, and you can actually look up my Taiti stand up or my Avery Avenue stand up. Dry and clean, dry and clean.
From diapers to dance floors, this duo is proving that every stage of parenting has a soundtrack.
And all this music started with his mom. So his mom regularly sings in the church choir. She's on the praise team, right? And so they were making up a chant for potty training, right? Like he was 2, so we want to keep his underwear clean. So they would go down there and say, keep them dry, keep them clean.
Yes,
And then when I was like getting him ready, because I regularly get him ready in the morning, I was sifting through beats, and me and him just started making a song where we said dry and clean. So that's how all this started. It really was more like playing around to make sure he was potty training. And then it became like almost of a challenge, like, oh, like he's picking this up pretty fast when we actually put verses down.
And the voice behind the hit song Dry and Clean? This little guy. Meet 4-year-old Avery, who's turning daily parenting struggles into chart-worthy anthems. The dynamic duo, also known as Tyrone Avery, are proving that music can even make potty training sound like a party.
Are you dry? Are you clean? Are you dry? Are you clean?
And then, what do you do when you hear the album?
Bob, dance, and this normal.
The two are dropping beats in Memphis, but also making their mark across the country, even here in H-Town. Billboard charting hip-hop artist Tyke T has done music for hit shows like All American and WWE and has a huge fan base, but says this new venture with his pint-sized collaborator has shown him the importance of life.
This is probably like the most important thing that I've ever done, because seeing him being able to pick up Cadis's rap, understand it, but then help other children potty train, help other kids let them know they can be who they want to be. This is the most important project that I've ever done.
Celebrating milestones with catchy beats, playful lyrics, and a song born out of real life.
Avery, if you could have anyone in the world listen to your songs, who would it be?
Beyonce, my cousins, and Daniel Woman, and my nana.
He's darling, and his Nana. I absolutely love that story. Thank you so much. Well, speaking of Hollywood, actor and Academy Award-winning director Robert Redford has passed away at the age of 89. A firm representing Redford issued a statement this morning saying he died in his sleep at his home in Utah this morning. He's best known for his role in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men. but it was his appearance in the 1973 film The Sting that earned him his first Oscar nomination. He lost that year, but later won Best Director in 1980 for Ordinary People. Redford was known for taking on heavier roles that explores topics like grief and political corruption. He didn't like to be called an activist, but that's what he was, advocating for a number of environmental causes. Redford, again, was 89 years old. Time flies when you're having fun. We're already at that halfway mark. Still to come on H-Town Live, a local foundation empowering everyone, especially survivors of domestic violence, to protect themselves with confidence. Find out how you can attend their self-defense class this coming Thursday. And could thunderstorms be on the horizon this afternoon? Our meteorologist, Allison Guttleber, will have a check of your Tuesday forecast. That and more is headed your way. The second half hour of H-Town Live starts after the break.
Live from Houston, with Maggie Flecknoe, your destination for hometown business, local cuisine, culture, and community. This is H-Town Live.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the second half hour of H-Town Live, a local foundation empowering the community, especially survivors of domestic violence, to protect themselves with confidence. This Thursday, You Have a Purpose Foundation will be hosting a women's self-defense class, and we have two very special guests joining us to tell us how you can participate. Ladies, thank you so much for waking up with us. Introduce yourselves.
Yes, hi. So I'm Nushin Radgari. I'm the Vice President and founder of You Have a Purpose Foundation. And we started this foundation, a bunch of women came together because we saw that women needed to feel empowered. If they're in a situation or not, just to know how to prevent from being in some type of situation of domestic violence.
Right.
And so we just wanted to create this and create events in the community that can help educate, supply resources so women can reach out and say, hey, I might need help, or just learn anything they can, you know, regarding domestic violence.
That's incredible. Thank you for that. And introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Felicia DeLima. I am the assistant trainer representing Academy Washington Luiz Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I am part of a team who will be working to show our participants how to embody confidence and to use self-defense techniques to protect themselves.
So how did you all partner together?
Just through our board. So we have a lot of great members that have contacts and connections, and one of them was introducing us to them, and so we needed trainers to help us to, you know, train us in self-defense, because as ladies, this is so important. And the community's been great. Like, we have great support and sponsors. We have a great sponsor, Domingo Garcia, attorney Domingo Garcia. Thank you so much for making these things, you know, happen for us, as well as Oxygen Fitness Gym. They're actually collabing with us on this as well. So
it's so important. I know that when I was in high school, my Nana said to my mom and I, you ladies are signing up for self-defense. You need to learn. And I remember going to the Y in Colorado and learning self-defense. But then you forget. So this is something that I would like to participate in. How important is it for us to know these tools?
Yes, I preach a lot. It's a passion of mine. It's very, very important to understand how to understand your body first and foremost, and then understand how to use that in a situation when you need to protect yourself. That's what brought me into jiu-jitsu, is wanting to learn self-defense. And once I started, I began to feel confident when I'm walking through the community. And it's very important as a woman to be able to feel confident in your community, in your home, in your workspace, you know, just traveling back and forth between, you know, places.
Right.
It's extremely important.
I think, too, the keyword confident, and having that confidence in yourself and just carrying yourself with the purpose. What are some things that you're going to be teaching these ladies?
First, we're going to be teaching about confidence, how to, you know, approach a situation with awareness, and then also understanding how to emote like a sense of not today. We're also going to be teaching simple techniques that you can use, and things that are simple enough to where you can remember, so that in a situation where you might not be able to remember exactly like, what did he say, what did she say, but you'll understand like, oh, I remember, and it can be kind of automatic.
That's great. That's great. And knowing that you are helping women and making sure that they're going to be protecting themselves, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, the thing is we all have these achievement and goals in life. But I think when you do something, you know, that helps people without you even really knowing, like we don't know a lot of times some of the stuff that we're doing now, someone's watching or can, I mean, I think it's one of the biggest things too is like even this affects a lot of people without them even knowing.
Right.
You know, you might know someone who doesn't speak up and you're not able to reach them, but maybe they're able to hear us or see us on TV and they're able to make that phone call or connect in some kind of way. So having platforms and being able to do something like this is just dear to me because I'm able to maybe reach somebody today through the news.
So somebody who is watching, how can they participate in this event?
So at this event, you can go to our website, youhaveapurposefoundation.org. Sign up there. There's an RSVP link, and it's a free event to come.
Okay.
So you can come, have fun, learn self-defense. And if you do need resources or anything like that, you can speak to any of us that will be there. And in case there's something other than just the self-defense class that you're looking for, you definitely can find that there or on our website as well. We have all the information there that they need to reach out.
Is there an age limit or?
No, as long as you're coming with an adult, a parent, or somebody with you, you can come as a child. You can attend.
And I really love the name You Have a Purpose. Why did you choose that name?
Because we all have a purpose, and sometimes there's people that don't know or don't feel like they have one, but we all do, and it maybe just takes someone else to make you feel that confidence or empowerment. But we all do.
We all have a purpose, and thank you for making sure that women recognize that
Thank
they
you for
have
having
one.
us.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
for all of the women out there, the biggest piece of advice you have them when it comes to protecting themselves?
That you are powerful. You are powerful. Yes.
Yes. And everybody out there, you're not alone.
That's right.
All of us, I mean, myself included, I've been affected by this personally. So you just never know.
Yes.
So you have a purpose. Again, thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you.
And this is a great thing.
you.
You want to make sure and have that confidence and know that you are safe. So check it out on their website and sign up. It's a free event. You can't beat that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, in the meantime, new treatments for blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease don't just happen overnight. They are the result of years of research. But proposed budget cuts to the National Institutes of Health could impact that research as well as patient care. Joining us now to discuss is the president-elect of the American Society of Hematology, Dr. Robert Negrin.
Well, the National Institutes of Health, or the NIH, is the major source of research funding in our country that impacts all of our lives. Research funding from the NIH develops new concepts of disease, new understanding, new medications, new preventative strategy, new curative therapies, and it impacts all of us because all of us are subject to developing serious medical conditions that require new information and new ideas. And what is being proposed in Washington right now is a 40% cut in NIH funding, which could have a devastating impact on the momentum that we've gained and future progress. So we're urging our viewers to advocate with their congresspeople and to reject these cuts and to promote ongoing research that serves all of us. We're very concerned about the possibility that current therapies could be cut back, new ideas could be lost, and patients waiting on clinical trials, those clinical trials may be curtailed or even stopped. So we think this could be a life or death concern for many of our patients around the country. I serve as the president-elect of the American Society of Hematology, which is committed to finding new ideas and conquering blood disorders. And we are absolutely dependent on NIH funding to promote our mission and to develop new therapies for our patients. As an example, I take care of personally patients with very serious blood cancers like leukemia and lymphoma and multiple myeloma. And what my patients want is a shot. They want a chance. They want hope. And that's what the NIH provides, is hope for new therapies, for better therapies, for more effective therapies for my patients and patients all across the country. So we think this is just an incredibly important time. It's important to recognize that this is not a political issue. This impacts all of us. And so we should all be concerned about these cuts. The research funding not only affects the developing new therapies, but also local economies. For example, in the state of Texas, there's $1.9 billion spent by the NIH in 2024, which supported over 30,000 jobs and generated over $6.1 billion in economic activity. So this also impacts many local economies. The funding is one of the best returns on investment that our government can spend its money on, and we think that not only does it provide these new advances in medical treatment, but also support for local economies. We encourage our viewers to go to hematology.org/research saves lives. There they can find lots of information on this topic and also easy to access ways to contact their members of Congress.
Hatching for Health with Jessica Hatching is back for a brand new season of spotlighting rare diseases and championing children within that community. In fact, we have my friend Jessica herself joining us to tell us all about what we can expect this season. Jessica, thanks for waking up with us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
I always love having you and our conversations. And most importantly, I love the topics that you cover on your show. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. So this season, we're actually kind of going a few different directions.
Okay.
We're going to diversify a little bit and not just talk about complex conditions with children. We're also going to touch on men's fertility, women's fertility, well, I should say men's health, women's fertility, and we're also going to just encompass a lot of health and wellness aspects. So just kind of broaden that horizon with our audience.
Why is health so important to you and doing this show?
Yeah, so I think there's so many individuals out there that just don't have that platform to tell their story and to basically a lot of times, sometimes they have more education than some of the public does, and they gain so much knowledge throughout their experience of their journey, and it's like they just need their own platform to kind of share that and be able to educate others, you know, on what they're going through.
Right, and we're all going through something, and it just makes you feel better when you can talk about it and be like, I'm not alone.
Right, 100%. I mean, there's so many communities out there that I learn about through these mothers and these, you know, fathers that they end up either starting their own organization or joining another foundation to really just have that sense of community and like where others are going through similar situations.
Now, is there a family or an individual that shared a story that's really stuck with you?
So actually, this upcoming Saturday, we have Savannah on, which their family is really close to my heart. I've met them about 2 years ago, and she was diagnosed with cancer, and she's kind of been in a 2-year journey, and it just keeps coming back. Like, she's actually been, you know, free and clear of it, and then it came back. So it's a, you know, poor thing, but her family is just like, they are fighters. She has a twin brother, and he is just right behind her, and I just feel really confident in praying for miracles for them.
Right. Are there any other moments that have just really stuck with you, especially because you've been doing this?
I know. You know, it's you get these mothers on, and it's like they're telling you about when their child was first diagnosed, and it's like they have such a bond with their babies that, you know, a lot of times it's like in their first early months of being a baby that they're like figuring out something's not right, you know, and they're just needing to kind of find somebody that'll listen and help advocate for them, because that's, I think the biggest thing is like these individuals don't always have those voices to be able to have somebody to advocate for them. And so I'm like, come on the show, let's tell your story, let's have other people, you know, like let's address the elephant in the room and basically learn what's going on with you so others can know and learn from it.
And knowing that you're making an impact on their lives and giving them a voice, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, so you're like tear up. You know, it's honestly very, very special. I think I continue to do this because I have a full-time business in the healthcare space, but it's a for-profit, you know, industry that I'm in, and this is something I do to give back to the community as a nonprofit. And it's like, I feel like, you know, with all the things going on, I'm like, do I really have time for this? And then like I come and I film and I get to like spend that time with these families or organizations, and all of a sudden like your heart's full, and you just like, there's so much gratitude, you know, so I love that.
And you really care, and you can feel it when you watch, and you can feel the connection that you're making with these people. So thank you for what you're doing. Speaking of your full-time business, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I have imaging centers, pain management clinics, and chiro clinics. So Infinity Diagnostic Center, we do MRIs at. Prestige Pain Clinic, we do pain management, and then we have Arabella Chiropractic. So we have like an array of services for people that get injured through car accidents, or just, you know, generally speaking, like anything MSK related, like musculoskeletal, they'll come through and really have the whole like gamut of treatment from A to Z to get, you know, back into their job force or whatever it is that they do.
You really have a calling for helping people.
So, yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah, I mean, you really
fell into it, but yeah, it's like, it definitely, it keeps leading me that way. You know, I'm a big believer in God, and I think that, you know, the things that keep happening, they're not happening by chance, and I'm going to keep following that and doing the best to, you know, help build people up and make it more compassionate community.
Well, you really are doing a great job. I love the show. Where can everybody watch Hatching for Health?
Yeah, so Saturday mornings at 9:30 on the CW39. So just tune in, and you will get to see an amazing episode each and every time and be inspired, learn something, and we'll just really keep educating the public.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much. Always a pleasure seeing you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Well, welcome back, everybody. I was just giving Allison a hard time because I was asking her if there's going to be rain in the forecast, and she said, I may see some scattered showers at pickup. And she's like, don't worry, it's not going to affect you. But then I was explaining, it always affects you when you have a 2-year-old and you're trying to get them into their car seat.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be scattered showers. You're likely going to see some of that. It just depends. There's not a specific time that it's going to go over your daughter's school. So that's the only thing.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I feel bad for the teachers, too, because they have to, like, get them and scamper them into the car seat. And then I like to, like, have to hurry in the carpool line, and I'm always first because I'm so excited to see May. Then we have music class. And then you were like, did you leave your house yesterday? And I said, no, May had a tummy bug.
I did ask you that.
And I was like, girl, after they just learned to be potty trained and then they get a tummy bug, you hunker down. You don't leave.
Well, today is going to be just like yesterday, and the same thing for tomorrow. So about a 20% chance for a few scattered showers. So they're going to be very isolated here and there. There's not a specific area that it's like it's going to downpour. It's looking very light. So it's not really going to be too bad of an impact.
Just enough to like make me not have a good hair day.
Just enough. Well, at least the humidity's not going to be too bad. So that's like one thing that's
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just teasing
I'm like, I don't make the weather. I just tell it.
It's fine. We're still friends. It's okay.
All right, let's talk about if you're stepping outside right now. 85 degrees here in Houston, 83 in Conroe, 85 in Sugar Land as well, and 84 in Angleton. We have to talk about the dew points because just a few hours ago, we were talking about the 70s here in Houston. It's still the 70s in other places, which means it's pretty humid out there. But as we go throughout this afternoon, those dew points are falling back down to the 60s. So like I mentioned, it's not really going to impact your hair this afternoon because we're just going to be in that muggy zone. Then as we go overnight, we'll start to see those dew points back up there in the 70s as we wake up tomorrow. Let's continue to talk about today, though. Afternoon highs back in the 90s, 94 in Houston, same thing in Sugar Land. We're in the lower 90s from Wharton and Angleton, but the 80s for Galveston, around 87 degrees. The Astros are also playing tonight, and speaking of the 80s, 87 right around the start of the game today, as well as tomorrow. We should see most of those showers out of here, so dry skies as they start the game. Let's time out those scattered showers. So Maggie, look, there's just scattered showers as you go through Houston. This is around 4:30, but this can actually start around 1 or 2 o'clock. Scattered in Houston all the way over towards Columbus and south of Columbus, closer to Victoria. Then we get to 6 o'clock. We're completely dry, and we should stay dry through the overnight. As we go into tomorrow, same thing. So rinse and repeat. Tomorrow morning, lots of sunshine. In the afternoon, we could see a few of those scattered showers, maybe even seeing some heavier rainfall and a thunderstorm, which is possible tomorrow afternoon. Then the evening, we completely dry out. We're going into Thursday. Same thing, but we have about a 10% chance for those showers on Thursday rather than today and tomorrow, where there's a 20% chance. So that's what it's looking like for the weekend. We have chances for showers as well. So Friday and Saturday, back to a 20% chance, but then as we go into Sunday, 50% chance for those scattered showers and also thunderstorms. So the biggest chance is going to be on Sunday, and Sunday, those temperatures also change a little bit as well. So we're back only to the upper 80s on Sunday with that rain. We're talking about Monday. It's going to feel like fall, or it's actually going to be fall, not feel like fall. I should say that. 90 degrees. I'm sorry. I switched around. I was excited to talk about fall, and I switched it. So it's not going to feel like fall. It's back to the 90s, but it's going to be fall. So it's the first official day of fall, Maggie. Sorry to get your hopes up.
Well, and here's the thing. We have family photos on Sunday, but
Sunday's not the greatest for your family photos.
Here's the thing. I always book them indoors. I pay extra for studio space because Mama doesn't trust Mother Nature.
Okay, well,
I'm like, I'm not either going to be sweating or avoiding a downpour or, again, potty training. What if I'm in the woods pretending to frolic with my family because my family loves family photos. No, no, no.
Oh, I'm glad that it's inside, though, because Sunday it looks like we're going to have rain, thunderstorms. It's going to be a whole thing compared to this afternoon.
Okay, well, I bribed my family, too. I'm not above that. And you know what I bribe them with? Cake. And it is Taste Test Tuesday. And today, I'm so excited. We have Nothing Bundt Cakes. The company is celebrating the fall season with its new Cheers to Autumn collection, bringing back the fan favorite, pumpkin spice bundt cake. I don't even know which one that is. Here it is. Let me get this. And introducing 2 limited time pop-ups. We have caramel apple cider and wait, stop, Hefe. Are you ready? Biscoff. My husband loves Biscoff.
I love how you called him out specifically.
I have to. He watches. He's president.
We love that, though.
We love it. President of my fan club. Biscoff cookie butter. My husband loves Biscoff. Honey, Biscoff cookie butter. If you smile like you love family photos, Mommy will get you a Biscoff cookie butter. He doesn't call me Mommy. That's creepy. Anyways, Producer Bree is also participating. Allison is new to Houston, and I don't know if Nothing Bundt Cakes, did you have them where you were?
I think they did have them. I know they have them at home in Philly, but I've never tried one.
Okay. We love them here, don't we, Producer Bree?
Yeah, you're going to have to...
Yeah.
Yes, we love it.
We love it. Okay, so ladies, I'm very excited. I know you two aren't really on the pumpkin spice train, but you better hop on board.
Okay.
Because Mama Maggie...
The pumpkin spice train.
All aboard the pumpkin spice train. What was that song? Choo choo train. Anyways. I haven't communicated. I've had a lot of toddler time.
Yeah,
and I
so
went
that's
to 2
why.
toddler parties on Saturday. Yeah, that's why you're like the
Oh my God, I don't
weather.
know
I'm
the
like,
song.
Oh, my God.
come ride the train.
All right, let's taste, y'all.
All right, we'll save the messy one because you were.
Okay,
we're
this
gonna
one?
save it. I'm not gonna have you drizzle caramel.
Oh,
on
Lord. Which one are y'all trying
Okay,
first?
so we are going to
pumpkin
try
spice
pumpkin
one.
spice. We
Okay,
are
I think
everything
this is
nice.
the one. I think this is the pumpkin spice.
Oh yeah, you don't have the thing. It
Yeah.
doesn't drizzle. It
Yeah,
doesn't
the
have
one
the
that doesn't have the
drizzle.
drizzle on it.
They ain't got no drizzle on any
Ain't
of
no
them.
drizzle for
And it
shizzle, my
smells like
nizzle.
pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Did you smell
Snoop
it?
Dogg, did you get that?
Yeah, it smells
didn't hear you. I
very
was talking.
spicy, so
You were-
I'm thinking this is it.
I was
Oh my
focused
God.
on what I was
She's
smelling.
so nervous about the smell.
All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Cheers, ladies. 2 almost full. And you know what about their cakes? I hate this word,
this
but
is
they're
like-
moist. I hate that word.
Really big.
No, it's okay. Get the
I already
frosting.
tried it, y'all.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Maybe I do like pumpkin spice. This is really
Converter! Dunker and some pumpkin spice and baptizer. That's what I meant to. Donkey and pumpkin spice. What do you think,
good.
producer?
No,
Bree?
it's really good.
I think me being silent tells everything.
You don't like it?
You don't like it?
It's very Okay, it don't taste like potpourri, Shadrika.
Shadrika, what are you eating?
I
Cleanse
just
your
don't.
palate.
I love how soft the bundt cake is.
Moist.
Yeah.
Even though I hate that word.
I'll
but
give
it's a
I'll give
baker.
it that.
But you're still not
But I'm
on
still-
the pumpkin
no.
spice.
All right, well, let's go on the next choo choo choo. Where's the Biscoff cookie butter? That's what I want to know.
They didn't bring it, so I don't know.
What?
Oh, that's not what this is?
No.
No, this one.
I
though.
think that one is the
This
pumpkin
one
spice,
is
the
gonna
big
do
one up
us
there.
dirty.
What is it called?
You ready? This is the caramel.
This one I think is
apple
gonna be good.
Cider.
Okay.
I am pretty cider about it.
Oh my God. Maggie.
Allison.
Okay.
Cheers. You were like nervous.
Cheers.
This is so
I know.
messy.
I was nervous about how
I'm
this was gonna
excited.
go
Oh,
down.
see, producer Bree has the buntinis, which I think is super clever. What do you think, producer Bree? Okay, I haven't done it yet.
I was like, yeah, you guys try it.
I
and then I'm
know.
gonna say.
Did you try it yet?
I almost flicked it on me.
Okay.
Well, this is a lot happening in my mouth.
Yeah, there's like a lot of different
This is a
flavors
party.
going on.
Woo, this is
A
popping.
lot of textures.
It's very faint, but I kind of taste banana bread, but it's very, very faint.
But like, when I chew, it's like.
But
a
I'm not
crunch.
mad at it. I like this though.
There's like a.
I don't know if it was a crunch. It's like some like
It's like a
little-
sugar texture.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
It's a texture.
Y'all had a crunch?
I had a
I don't know.
crunch.
I don't think it was a full crunch. It was like some little. I don't even.
It's
know
like
how to
it didn't
describe
get blended.
I was like, wait, y'all had a
I think you
crunch?
can see. Is that? Look at the. Look at it. You see the... I don't know what that is.
What do you mean you don't know it? Bree, do you
like
have
the
something?
seasoning on
I don't know. I can't
Is
see
there
from
sugar?
up there.
I think it's
a
cinnamon.
sugar. Cinnamon. It's probably dipped in like a
Yeah, that's
sugar.
probably what you tasted. Maybe that was
So
what you
it's a
crunched
sugar.
on.
Crunched sugar. What do you think? What's your favorite?
I think I
don't
like
know.
the other one better because
Me
it was
too.
more simple.
There's just a lot happening.
I like the caramel apple cider though.
Okay.
You know what I like?
Y'all like the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, because this is like, all of a sudden, like you have like grit, like sand in your teeth.
That's what I'm saying with the stuff.
Yeah, we often be popping our tongues, like trying to get the taste out of our mouth. Like,
So you would say the second one.
I say the first one, you can't go wrong with that pumpkin, especially if you have like a nice little cup of coffee. I like that for breakfast.
You always eat bundt cakes with coffee, Maggie.
I just think like certain things should be for breakfast.
And bundt cakes are one of them?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Life's
I
too
can see
short.
it.
Yeah.
This is like my breakfast, so.
Why not? You're welcome.
Why not?
Thank you.
All right.
yeah.
Should drink something gonna run. Let's cellophane it up, wrap it up like the cellophane. We gotta pay these bills.
Oh my God.
Mama's gotta pay 'em. Choo choo. And that's nearly a wrap on today's show. Before we go, here is a look at today's sponsored content. Also, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and here are some events happening around town to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. You and the family can check out the Children's Museum Houston for its free Family Night event series. And of course, if you're into sports, the Astros will host a Hispanic Heritage Night at Daikin, featuring a festival with live music, food trucks, and more. You can also join Houston Dynamo as they celebrate Noche Latina as they face the Portland Timbers this Saturday. Discovery Green will bring over 70 mariachis and ballet folklorico dancers. And if you're looking to move, Midtown Park will host its annual Festival de la Salsa on Sunday. And before we go, we want to thank all of our incredible guests who were on the show today. Be sure to follow them on their social media handles. They were so kind to support us. We want to support them. Also, do you want to be featured on our show? I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you. Just shoot us an email at htownlive@cw39.com. You can also follow us over on Instagram at CW39HTownLive. And here's the thing, I'm a busy mom. I'm all about meeting you where you are. If you can't watch us live, you can DVR us. We also stream our show again at noon on CW39.com. In the meantime, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same place, same time, for more H-Town Live. In the meantime, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and bye for now, everybody.